For decades, Bruce Willis wasn't just an actor. He was an icon. From Die Hard to The Fifth Element and Armageddon, he was the embodiment of the tough, witty hero who always found a way to save the day. He faced explosions, villains, and impossible odds with a smirk and a one-liner. But now, life has given Bruce a challenge no action sequence can solve. The man who gave the world so many unforgettable moments is slowly losing his own memories. What began as a medical diagnosis in 2022 has become one of the most heartbreaking stories in modern Hollywood. A story of courage, family, and love that endures even as the man at the center fades away. The diagnosis that changed everything. In March 2022, Bruce Willis's family made an announcement that stunned the world. They revealed that Bruce had been diagnosed with aphasia, a neurological condition that affects communication. He could think clearly, but struggled to find words, often knowing exactly what he wanted to say, but unable to make it come out. For a man whose career depended on his voice, timing, and charisma, it was a devastating blow. Less than a year later, in February 2023, the family shared an even more painful truth. Bruce was suffering from frontotemporal dementia, FTD, a rare brain disorder that gradually robs a person of speech, comprehension, movement, and eventually identity itself. There's no cure, no treatment, and no way to slow its progression. For Bruce's loved ones, it was like watching a light slowly dim that could never be turned back on. When stable doesn't mean hope. By the end of 2024, Bruce's ex-wife, Demi Moore, tried to reassure fans that he was in a stable place. But for those who understood the disease, stable didn't mean improvement. It meant stasis in decline. Reports suggested that Bruce could no longer speak in full sentences, could barely read, and struggled to walk without help. The man once known for performing his own stunts now needed assistance with the simplest tasks. His wife, Emma Hemming Willis, described watching his language deteriorate as terrifying. At first, she thought his speech issues were a return of the stutter Bruce had as a child. But as his confusion grew, it became clear this was something far worse. By the time doctors confirmed the diagnosis, Bruce was already slipping away. The man who may not know he's ill. One of the most heartbreaking details Emma revealed was that Bruce might not fully understand what's happening to him. FTD often erases self-awareness, leaving patients caught between knowing and not knowing. It's possible Bruce can feel something is wrong, but can't comprehend what or why his world has changed. For his family, that uncertainty is unbearable. Emma has spoken openly about feeling like she's mourning a man who's still alive, saying that she and their daughters are learning to live with a grief that never ends. A wife's impossible choice. Emma Hemming Willis is only 46 years old. She and Bruce married in 2009 and share two young daughters, Mabel, 12, and Evelyn, 10. As Bruce's condition worsened, she was forced to make a decision no spouse wants to face. In August 2025, she moved Bruce into a second home with 24-hour professional caregivers. The decision sparked controversy online, with some accusing her of abandoning him. But Emma explained that this was what Bruce would have wanted. Their daughters deserved a sense of normalcy, a home that wasn't dominated by medical equipment and constant caretaking. She insisted this wasn't distance. It was love expressed through practicality. "I'm not just Bruce's wife," she said. "I'm his care partner." For her, the hardest part wasn't the criticism. It was watching her daughters grieve their father while he was still alive. They miss him every day. He no longer remembers birthdays, can't attend school plays, and can no longer share the small, ordinary joys that once made up their family life. A family that never walked away. Despite rumors and speculation, Bruce hasn't been left alone. His extended family has come together in extraordinary ways. Demi Moore, his ex-wife and lifelong friend, remains a constant presence. Bruce's three older daughters with Demi, Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah, have all spoken publicly about their father's decline and their determination to support him. In interviews, Tallulah admitted that before the diagnosis, she misread her father's distance as disinterest. She thought he didn't care anymore. When she learned it was dementia, she was crushed by guilt. Now she says, "I'm just grateful to be present." The family often gathers for milestones, birthdays, and quiet dinners. When Bruce turned 70, they were all there, his wife, ex-wife, and all 5 daughters, together as one family. This unity is what makes their story remarkable. It's not about scandal or division. It's about love evolving under impossible circumstances. The signs everyone missed in hindsight, there were warning signs long before the diagnosis. Between 2018 and 2022, Bruce appeared in 22 films, a staggering number, especially given his age. Many were low-budget action movies released directly to streaming or video on demand. Insiders began to notice that Bruce seemed confused on set, struggled with lines, and relied heavily on earpieces. In one instance on the film Hard Kill, co-star Lala Kent described how Bruce repeatedly fired a prop gun at the wrong time during filming, forcing the crew to alter the scene to ensure safety. Others recalled how his dialogue had to be drastically reduced or rearranged so he could keep performing. On Midnight in the Switchgrass, director Randall Emmett was reportedly reduced to demonstrating actions physically because Bruce couldn't understand verbal instructions. Crew members began to whisper that Bruce wasn't himself. Some wondered why he was still being cast at all. His name, however, was a financial draw. Just appearing on a movie poster guaranteed sales. The ethical dilemma. Behind the scenes, a painful question lingered. Was Bruce being exploited? Some producers insisted they were honoring his wish to keep working. Others admitted the business side was too tempting to ignore. Directors and crew members tried to protect his dignity, cutting lines, simplifying scenes. But the truth was unavoidable. Bruce Willis, one of cinema's most iconic action stars, was being guided through performances he could no longer control. There's no evidence that anyone intended harm, but the situation highlighted a moral gray area in Hollywood. How far should studios go to profit from a declining legend? How do you balance respect for an actor's legacy with the harsh economics of the industry? The toll of a lifetime of action. Bruce Willis built his reputation on physically demanding roles. From Die Hard to Tears of the Sun, he endured years of stunts, explosions, and long shoots. The constant adrenaline and noise exposure took a toll. He suffered hearing loss after one particularly loud explosion during Die Hard, and years of stress may have compounded that damage. While FTD isn't caused by work or injury, studies show that chronic stress can accelerate cognitive decline. Bruce's relentless schedule, working through fatigue, performing dangerous stunts, and maintaining the persona of an invincible hero, likely didn't help. Behind the scenes, the man who once seemed unstoppable was quietly paying the price of decades spent entertaining the world. A disease few understand. Frontotemporal dementia is less common than Alzheimer's, but far more devastating in its early stages. It targets the brain's frontal and temporal lobes, regions responsible for speech, personality, and decision-making. Unlike Alzheimer's, it often affects people in their 50s or 60s, striking at the heart of midlife. There's no treatment and no clear timeline. Some patients live for years, others only a few. In 2023, scientists at the University of Sheffield made a promising discovery: a nasal spray that could slow the progression of FTD in certain genetic cases. Unfortunately, the treatment is still in its early stages and won't come in time for Bruce. But for his family, especially his daughters, it offers hope that one day this cruel disease might be stopped before it steals another loved one. The strength of the Willis women. Throughout this ordeal, Bruce's family has shown extraordinary grace. His wife, Emma, has become an advocate for dementia awareness, using her platform to educate others about FTD. She calls herself not a caregiver, but a care partner, emphasizing dignity and shared humanity. Demi Moore, once his partner in Fame and Family, has re-emerged as his quiet ally. The image of both women, past and present, standing side by side to support the same man is powerful. It's a testament to the way love can evolve beyond romantic boundaries into something enduring and compassionate. Their daughters, too, have turned pain into purpose. They post family photos, write tributes, and remind the public that Bruce Willis is still here, still loved, still part of their lives. Beyond the headlines, what Bruce teaches us. It's easy to reduce Bruce Willis's story to a tragic Hollywood headline, but it's more than that. It's a reminder that even the strongest heroes are human, that illness doesn't erase dignity, that love in its purest form means showing up when things get hardest. For fans, this is our cue to learn, to understand dementia, to support research, and to push for better protections for aging actors. Hollywood must do better at recognizing when its icons need help, not another paycheck. Bruce's story also forces us to look inward. How often do we ignore the early signs of cognitive decline in loved ones, dismissing them as stress or forgetfulness? How many families struggle silently, ashamed or uncertain of what to do next? Slow goodbye. Today, at 70 years old, Bruce Willis is in what his family calls a stable stage. He's comfortable, surrounded by love, and visited often by those who mean the most to him. His world is smaller now, quieter, but it's still filled with care. For his fans, it's a slow, painful farewell. Bruce isn't leaving in the dramatic fashion of his movie heroes. There are no explosions, no last-minute rescues. His goodbye is happening one memory at a time, his voice fading first, then his movement, and eventually his sense of self. But even as the man fades, the legacy remains. Every line of dialogue, every smirk, every laugh shared with the world still echoes. Conclusion. Love beyond the spotlight. This isn't just a story about illness, it's about resilience, about a family facing an impossible reality with grace and unity, about a man who once saved the world on screen, now being saved by the love of those around him. Bruce Willis may no longer remember his films, his awards, or even his fame, but those who loved him remember everything. They remember the father, the husband, the friend, the man who made them laugh, who lived boldly, and who gave his all until the very end. For fans everywhere, the best way to honor him isn't with sadness, but with gratitude. Gratitude for the decades of joy he gave us, and compassion for the man he is now. Because heroes don't always wear capes or carry guns. Sometimes they face the darkness quietly, surrounded by love. Rest well, Bruce. You've earned it.